You know what it is. Don McKay in the morning on the all new radioonfire.com. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad to be here, of course. A lot of things to get into today, and some of the topics I want to touch on. The U.S. has topped 500,000 deaths from coronavirus. We're going to talk about that. M&T Bank Stadium. They're going to try to do their part with vaccinations. We're going to talk about that. Some celebrity divorces coming down the pike. Going to talk about that. Jay-Z and Moet Hennessy making big moves. We're going to talk about women and washcloths. And I mean, you're probably wondering with women and washcloths. Yes, I hope that you use them, women. And we're going to talk about that. Of course, Monday through Friday, yours truly, Diamond K, in here. And 8 a.m. Now, here, I'm a night person, right? I'm a night person, come from a nightclub background. But I am enjoying and embracing this morning thing because it's just, I think it's next. It's what's next for me, right? I'm not in the nightclubs anymore. I'm not doing that. I am here. RadioOnFire.com, of course, the all-new RadioOnFire.com. You can get breaking news, adult conversation covering topics that are important to Black culture, right? Visit RadioOnFire.com for our original radio podcast and TV programs. So, Nikki in the building. How you doing, Nikki?
I'm good.
After a long layoff, your contract has been renewed. There was a lot of negotiations there, and
Yes.
no, but so you good now?
I'm good. I'm good now. I'm back.
Amid COVID, you're okay with COVID? Do you think it's getting better, worse, same? What are you thinking about COVID?
Now I think it's getting a little bit better. Things are opening up a little bit more. People are working more. Not as much from home. However, that vaccine is a no-go for me.
Okay, we're going to talk about that a little bit. So what you say it's a no-go? Like you're not open to it or not right now?
Not right now.
Okay.
It's too soon. They haven't tested it enough for me, and I've heard some horror stories.
There's horror stories about everything. I heard a horror story from McDonald's. I mean, but they'll stop people from going to get McNuggets.
Well, I didn't die. I don't think anybody died.
But did you die though?
From,
right? Did you die though?
McDonald's.
Yeah. Also, I want to announce a new partner for Diamond K in the morning. The program will now be available additionally in audio form on the WRF Radio app. You can simply download WRF Radio in your app store. Leave me a comment. And so we're very excited about this new partnership. All right. So here's the thing. All right. We've been dealing with this virus, the coronavirus. We've been dealing with this. It seems like forever, but it's been a year. It's been a year, and the country has topped 500,000 deaths due to this. Now, of course, conservatives, Republicans are going to try to say, "Oh, well, no, it's not 500,000. Every time somebody dies, y'all just blame it on coronavirus," and that is not true. But the deaths today, 500,000 deaths. That is a staggering number. And if you really put this in perspective, that is all but matches the number of Americans killed in World War II, the number of Americans killed in Korea, the number of Americans killed in Vietnam combined. So the lives lost, as recorded by Johns Hopkins University, are about equal to the population of Kansas City, Missouri, and greater than that of Miami, Raleigh, or Omaha. Yeah, it's a serious thing, and even with numbers like that, we think that things are getting better. So President Biden is going to hold a moment of silence and a candle lighting ceremony at the White House, and will order U.S. flags to be lowered at federal buildings for the next 5 days. So, they've been, talking about the vaccine. Despite this rollout of the vaccines since, I guess, middle of December, we still have these projections, at least a model from the University of Washington, projects that more than 589,000 people, Americans, will be dead by start of the summer or June 1st. So that is serious. People are still dying. Families are still isolated from their loved ones who are unable to be with them. It's very heart-wrenching. I mean, I'm sure you've seen some of the videos of hospital workers and people separated from their family. Really, really sad. Really sad. So we're talking about the vaccine. I am also not ready to take a vaccine, not this one. And they're really trying to drill this vaccine talk down people's throats. Like, take the vaccine, the vaccine, the vaccine. Go, hey, what you know? None. Vaccine. It's just everything. It's vaccine, 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 vaccine. In Baltimore, registration opened yesterday for appointments at Maryland's third COVID-19 mass vaccination site. It's going to open on Thursday at M&T Bank Stadium. So you talk about mass vaccinations. This is the second such site in Baltimore, joining the Baltimore Convention Center Field Hospital. So it's close by, and it's being supported by the University of Maryland Medical Center, the Maryland Department of Health, the Maryland National Guard, the Maryland Stadium Authority, and, of course, the Baltimore Ravens. So only 250 to 500 appointments will be available for the first few days during the soft launch, but by March, they hope to serve 2,000 appointments per day, and slots will be available on a rolling basis. So if you want to get vaccinated at M&T Bank Stadium, you have to fill out a request form online, and or you can call 855-634-6829 between 7 a.m. and 10 p.m. So here's the thing. They want this to be put out there. Access to the vaccine remains limited to Marylanders in phases 1A, 1B, and 1C. Don't try to just walk up in there. You make an appointment. I don't know if they're going to tackle you or anything, but don't try to walk in there, get your appointments. I don't want you saying, Diamond Hay said, come down here, and then, you get beat down, and then, you hit me up in the hashtags like, I did something to you like star faces or something because I told y'all to go down and get the vaccine. Speaking of star faces, I know she's not on the list, but I wanted to bring up, I like star faces. I like star faces.
Had a vaccine question for you, but go ahead.
I like star faces. I think she's cute. I think she's doing her thing. Shout out to her. You saw the videos, right? The videos she put out, the videos that was put out there, and have you seen the challenge? They have a challenge going on.
I was going to say which there are several videos, but
I love the challenges.
You know what? She is the epitome of making lemonade out of lemons. You hear?
Yeah.
I commend her and I applaud her.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
I really, really do.
I do too. Now, let me say this, and I told you this. I wish that Starfaces had allowed me to handle her public relations.
Yeah, she definitely needed some help in
Yeah.
that department.
Yeah,
She
because
did.
because when you're emotional, you feel like people are coming for your business, you're gonna cut, she kind of wild out, and
She
I
did.
get it,
Rightfully
because
so.
she's passionate about this. She's been putting in her work, but in instances like this, crisis management is important. I would have done that
Right.
for her. But shout out to her. I definitely like the challenge. I'm anxious to see who's going to be the winner. I think they announced the winner on Thursday. So I'm going to be checking that out.
And she came back and apologized
She
for
did,
repeating
and
herself.
people,
Yeah.
I mean, just it's something that's personal. It's like one of her kids. You know what I mean? It's the business. It's her baby.
And this business thing is a learning process also.
Yeah,
I'm quite sure that's the first time that it seems like it's the first time that it has happened to this degree or
something to this
level.
degree.
And yeah,
Yeah,
so I mean it's just caught her off guard, and she just, didn't know how to handle it at that moment. But I'm quite sure she'll know how to handle PR things in the future better.
yeah, 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 definitely. But if you need my services, Starface is at the Diamond K Show on on Instagram. You said you had a vaccine question.
Yeah, I just wonder, because I guess I think about this. With the vaccine, do you think that the vaccine is gonna give people a false sense of security, and they'll start like not wearing their masks, which means that the numbers may go down, but eventually they'll go back up because people have such a false sense of security, and they're like, I had a vaccine, I'm good. How do you think people are gonna feel about after they get the vaccine?
Well, I don't think that the vaccine should give anybody a false sense of security. So let's talk about the
Agreed.
vaccine for a minute. Let's talk about what the vaccine does. The vaccine is not a cure for COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
There is currently not a cure for COVID-19.
Right.
What the vaccine does, or what it is reported to do, is attack your symptoms. So you can still get the virus, but in many cases, based on what the percentage is that they have, it was 95 or 85, 90, whatever the percent is, that percentage is that you won't get symptoms.
Right.
And if you do get symptoms, if you're on that other side of the percentile, they won't put you in the hospital, and they're supposed to not be fatal symptoms. But they still want you to wear your mask, because you can still get the COVID-19 SARS virus and spread it.
Right.
But it won't hurt you, but you can spread it to others. So that's why they still want you to wear your mask. So I don't think you should get a false sense of anything, because you still need to wear your mask if you have been given one of the vaccines, the Pfizer or the Moderna vaccine, and you get your 2 shots. So there's a 2-shot process for the 2 that have been approved for emergency authorization, and that is the initial shot, and then there is a booster shot after. That's what that second shot is. And if the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is approved, that's 1 shot, but the efficacy is lower than the others. It's kept at a lower temperature. As you see, it's 1 shot as opposed to the 1 shot and then the booster shot. And so these vaccines coupled together, they want to have the majority of the country vaccinated by the summertime. That's what the goal is.
Well, if they keep having weather in certain places, that's gonna push things back a little bit.
You mean as far as what?
Yeah, because with
What's gonna push back?
all those things in all that weather in Texas, a lot of the vaccines, a lot of people weren't able to get to keep their appointments to get vaccinated, so a lot of those vaccines can't be used, and so that's pushing things back. So hopefully, if they stay on schedule, then it'll happen.
Yeah, definitely. You're just tuning in. It is Diamond K in the morning on the all new radioonfire.com. I am here Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Diamond K in the morning, also available on the WRF radio app. So, a couple of other things that I have on the list. Gender reveals. I don't know where this phenomenon came from. What did it happen in a movie? Like what?
I like them.
You like gender reveals?
I do.
Why do you like gender reveals?
Because I believe that okay, so it's an experience.
Okay.
Being pregnant is a complete experience, or having a child is a complete experience from beginning to end. And every moment should be celebrated. So I'm one of those people that love gender reveals. I love them.
Okay. Well, it's
a big deal.
It's understandable. I think that they go too far because they try to do too much. Like, just have a gender reveal. Why we gotta do all this extra stunts and things like that? A father to be was killed by an explosion while building a device for a gender reveal. I mean, you don't think that that's too much?
Well, first of all, I was surprised when I heard that, because I didn't even think that there was a contraption involved in the gender reveal that could kill somebody, first of all. So I'm quite sure, I think that he probably was thinking that too. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? I don't know if they put proper instructions on it, or whether they read the instructions or whatever it was, but yeah, I don't, that was odd. That was such an odd experience. Like,
let's do this. Let's listen to this.
Deadly for a Sullivan County man. It happened yesterday afternoon in the Catskills town of Liberty.
New York State police say that a device that was intended to shower colored powder instead blew up. CBS 2's Tony Aiello reports.
At the Livingston Manor Diner, owned by the victim's family, candles and flowers symbolize the heartbreak his friends and family feel. New York State police say 28-year-old father-to-be Chris Peckney was preparing for a gender reveal event at this home in Liberty. While preparing a practice device intended to explode in a cloud of colored powder, the device exploded early, killing Peckney. Flying shrapnel wounded his brother Michael. State police say there was no malicious intent with the explosive device, and it's being investigated as a tragic accident. Gender reveals like this one in Somerset, New Jersey sometimes flirt with danger. Police in Australia released video of a car rigged to spew blue smoke for a baby boy. Unfortunately, the car also went up in flames. In 2019, a grandmother-to-be was killed at this home in rural Iowa when a gender reveal explosive device blew up. And the U.S. Forest Service says this gender reveal pyrotechnic created a massive forest fire. Here in Sullivan County, friends are going on social media to remember Chris Peckney as a big-hearted, fun-loving, kind person. His family released a statement saying they're heartbroken at his loss, but they are grateful for the outpouring of love and support from the community.
I mean, this is too much. They're going to these extremes so they can flex on social media.
It's other ways they could have done that.
Sure. I mean, he built an incendiary device that blew up and killed him. He built a bomb for social media.
I don't think it was for social media. I believe that it was for in celebration. Okay, so if you have a birthday party and you celebrate and you have the what do you call it? The flares and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You just happen to be taking pictures or not taking pictures or you're celebrating. You're not, I don't think he was doing it for social media. I think he was doing it to celebrate his kid.
You don't think that he was going to tape this for social media? Yeah, social media. Social media wasn't the exclusive.
I don't think that
reason.
That was why he did it though.
Why didn't they just shoot the thing out the little cannon thing?
Yeah,
confetti.
Or they could have had a cake with the color on the inside,
but they wanted to do more.
A box.
He lived in the Catskills. He wanted to do more. He was trying to flex, and now, unfortunately, he is gone. He is gone, and he's gone before the baby even arrived.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
So the device was just a prototype and wasn't even going to be the final product. The final product was going to probably be even more than that. He might have killed people at the gender reveal.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, this is something that women have got. You know, a woman pushed him. He wasn't like, you know what, I want to have the biggest gender reveal. She pressured him. He felt pressured. He felt pressured to impress, and it went terribly wrong.
He couldn't possibly have just been that excited to be a
It's
dad
possible.
himself.
It's possible.
Yeah,
It's definitely,
some guys get that pumped about it.
Absolutely, it happens. And unfortunately, you go to the other side of this. Rapper Exhibit, his wife, reportedly filing for divorce. TMZ reported this, that she's filed for divorce after 6.5 years of marriage. The, I guess, formerly happy couple got married in November of 2014. They dated since 2001. They have a 10-year-old son together, and unfortunately, the couple lost a premature child back in 2008. Just lived 11 days.
Does it say why? Does it go into depth about why?
No, they have not released any public statements about it, and they're relatively a private couple. They're not a turn-up couple.
Yeah, you don't hear too much about them.
Yeah. This is just the latest marriage or the road to being dissolved. Talib Kweli and his wife, and of course the highly publicized Dr. Dre and Nicole Young. I wish this divorce would be over. I'm tired of talking about Dr. Dre and Nicole Young.
Well, they were together for,
Yeah,
they have a lot of assets.
She was leeching for a long time. You're absolutely right.
What?
She was leeching for.
You didn't.
Yeah, she's a leech. Come on, just get the divorce over with. No, she wants to keep going and keep going. Speaking of keeping going, El Chapo. Do you know who El Chapo is?
No, who is El Chapo?
You have never heard.
Like I know.
You definitely. El Chapo is a notorious drug kingpin.
Okay.
Escaped from jail a few times. In a tunnel,
yes,
motorcycle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So
he's in the news. What do you do?
Yeah. So he didn't do anything. He's in jail for life. His wife, okay. 31 years old, arrested yesterday for drug trafficking.
Did you say 31?
She's 31. She's a young girl.
How old is he? I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, he married her when she was a teenager.
Wow. Yeah.
And so,
nice.
Yeah, well, he needed somebody to be around for a while. Yeah. El Chapo 63.
What?
And so
no, shut up.
Yeah.
He's 63 and his wife is
31. She's 31.
Get out of here.
She's cute.
Well, we know why she married him. We know what that was about.
Yeah, well, she probably didn't have a choice in the matter.
Well, that's probably true too.
Yeah, marry me or your family dies.
Yeah, that's probably Her father probably sold her.
Oh my goodness. she was busted at Dulles International Airport in Virginia on charges of participating in a conspiracy to distribute, here comes the surprise, cocaine.
Oh my gosh. She had to keep the business
methamphetamine, heroin, and marijuana for importation into the U.S.
She had to keep the business going.
So she's a former beauty queen. I told you she's an attractive girl.
Well, when did she do all of this? Why she had to have done that when she was married to him?
Being a beauty queen?
Yes.
No, she was like Miss Teen, like a teen queen.
Oh.
So they also say that she helped him escape from prison back in 2015. It may be true.
Well, now she's gonna be in jail during.
Unfortunately, yeah.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah. So they say that she was aware of El Chapo's role, so she can't play that. No, I was the wife. I didn't know. They say she can't do that. They said that she was the go-between during drug operations.
Wow.
So
if they know all of this, why have they not arrested her before now if they knew she was an accomplice? Like, I don't understand.
well, I think that they suspected her. I don't think that they
Yeah,
suspected
I
her, and then
guess.
they got her in this situation, and then they were able to arrest her for conspiracy. The thing about conspiracy, I
Wow.
think I don't know. I mean, it probably would have been better if they caught her with some drugs on her, and they probably haven't been able to do that, so they got her on some conspiracy. Maybe they have some communications, some phone calls or texts or something.
Right.
It says that she relayed messages on her husband's behalf in furtherance of drug trafficking activities while he was hiding from the Mexican authorities in 2012 and 2014. This is extra stuff that they're putting on this. This is kind of, I don't see how this sticks. The the relaying of the messages. They don't know how to, whatever. So she's a dual citizen, U.S. Mexican citizen. She got married to El Chapo in 2007, and they have twin daughters.
Wow.
Yep. So she was keeping it. Yeah, but they definitely have been watching her.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they definitely have been
She should
watching
have been
her.
smarter.
Well, I mean, she might beat the charge. You never know. It's possible. I don't know if I see it. Yeah,
'Cause I'm quite sure their lawyer is well paid. So
yeah. El Chapo infamously escaped in 2001, got caught again years later, and escaped in 2015 and got caught again. Escaping from federal prison. You don't even hear about stuff like that happening, right? People escaping.
I mean, not only once, but twice. Like,
his last name is Guzman. So they're like, open Guzman's cell. Guzman. Guzman's gone. Ring the bell. Just
oh my God.
He escaped again.
Oh wow.
Damn, Guzman.
That's funny.
Not for the.
Did he write a book?
No, he write no book.
He should.
Yeah, he lay down a blueprint. You figure it out. I ain't write no book. You watch my moves.
He can give some tidbits. Does he have a movie? He has a movie, right?
I think it's some documentaries. It's coming. It's coming. I think. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do the movie when the person is still active. They usually do these kind of movies after they're gone because they scared as to the movie house. Like, nah, we going about 20 years. We wait about 20 years.
Well,
we'll come back to this.
El Chapo, the prison blueprint. See?
No, he's in prison.
I know.
I don't want no blueprint from the person who's locked up.
Well, escape. I mean, he's, he can put some escape methods in.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. This is Diamond K in the morning. Follow us on social media at Radio on Fire, at the Diamond K Show. Take a quick break, and we'll come back with more after this. Radio on Fire is a listener-supported radio and podcast network streaming from our production facilities in Baltimore and Atlanta. We're able to broadcast programs like the Diamond K Show because of our listeners and some amazing partners like The Lifestyle Secrets. Are you a baby boomer? Were you born between 1946 and 1964? Well, more than 71 million Americans are baby boomers. And as you're continuing to age, the goal is to experience as few aches and pains as possible while staying mobile. TheLifestyleSecrets.com helps you do just that by providing a blueprint to reduce and or eliminate joint pain by teaching its members to communicate naturally with their bodies. TheLifestyleSecrets.com gives baby boomers step-by-step videos, natural recipes, and most importantly, the motivation to re-energize themselves naturally. Visit TheLifestyleSecrets.com to join this active community of baby boomers today. And I encourage you to shop with all the companies that support Radio on Fire. Before we get back to the show, have you ever had a NutriBurst liquid vitamin? This stuff tastes great, and they say it's great for you. NutriBurst liquid vitamin. Now, my girl Moochie told me about this, and me and Moochie go way back. She said, Diamond K, you have got to try this. So I asked Moochie, what's so special about NutriBurst liquid vitamin? What makes it so good? Then she gave me the rundown. Check this out. 72 minerals, 10 vitamins, 22 phytonutrients, 19 amino acids, 13 whole vegetables, and 20 herbs. Get your NutriBurst liquid vitamin today at totallifechanges.com/mymoochie. That's totallifechanges.com/mymoochie. Tell them Radio on Fire sent you.
Giving you more talk, more news, and more music. It's Radio on Fire.
This pandemic has really sped up what was already happening. The world has become even more digital. Folks are on their computers, their tablets, their phones, all the time. This is where people go to get their information. Here at Radio on Fire, our target listener is 23 to 54 years old. So business owners, I know times are hard, but I also know how important it is to get in front of your customers. Advertise your business, product, service, or event on Diamond K in the Morning or any of the other Radio on Fire programs. We have an affordable package for you. Visit radioonfire.com/advertise to get started. Again, radioonfire.com/advertise. We'd love to connect with you. Diamond K in the Morning. Welcome back. Welcome back. Nikki's in here. How you doing, Nikki?
I'm good. I'm good.
All right. So Jay-Z, one of the best business minds in hip hop, or produced from hip hop, born from hip hop. What, are you still mad at Jay-Z?
I call him Beyonce's husband.
Okay, well, you need to recognize. Okay.
No, you need to recognize.
Yeah, no. You
ahead,
sound like Solange over there. Okay.
Whatever.
Calm it down, Solange. He let her do that stuff in the elevator. He could have squashed her like a bug.
He could have,
but he did not. Right. He did not.
Because he was guilty, but we won't talk about that.
Well, I mean, he's a man. He's a human.
Beyonce has.
She makes mistakes
him,
too.
And so have I. Yes.
Beyonce doesn't strike me as the type that cooks steaks and dinner. She just doesn't. She's not. I'm practicing for my world tour. I don't have time to make dinner.
Why would? Okay, so if we were billionaires,
yeah.
Nobody would cook. Who you have a whole chef? No, she's not cooking.
No,
steak.
I get it.
Someone is cooking steak for her, for them.
No, I get it. No, I get it. I'm just saying he's a human being. He makes mistakes.
He does, and she's forgiven him, and so have I. He's still Beyonce.
Okay, so you have forgiven. That's what I was going for. Okay. So yesterday, big business deal announced with Moet Hennessy, the wine and spirits division of the luxury conglomerate LVMH, the largest producer of champagne in the world. They announced the purchase of a 50% stake in Jay-Z's company, Ahmad, and the brand is also known by the nickname Ace of Spades. And so Jay-Z talked about this monumental deal, and he was with. Let's take a listen.
They just was aligned in our thinking and thoughts, and the way they care about products and creating products. When we built Armand from the ground up, we wanted to do things right. Integrity of it had to be right. The soil, of course, it had to be in Champagne because it can't be called champagne unless it's from the region. So when we build luxury products, whether it be from Rock Nation to Monogram to whatever we building luxury products, and Moet Hennessy goes about it the same way. So we are aligned in our thoughts of integrity and passion for the things that we build. And when I met, it started with Alexander. We had conversations, and then Bernardo know. They came to my house to have lunch in Los Angeles, my Los Angeles home, and maybe October of 2019. And,
was that a flex?
It was.
Okay. Flex, black man.
Those conversations, escalated pretty quickly. I see these guys were men of their words. They say they're going to call you Thursday. It's Thursday. It just started out in a place of respect, and it built from there. It built pretty quickly.
So he's talking about this partnership, why he chose to, hook up with this team. And then you have the boss over at Moet to give his thoughts on the same question as to why team up.
This brand is in the field of prestige champagnes, which is a very attractive category in which we have already several brands like Dom Pérignon or Krug. But of course, what Armand de Brignac did, or what Jay-Z did with this brand, is really creating a new market of its own at the very high level, high prestige level of the category, touching new consumers, bringing new consumers to the world of champagne.
Okay, hold on. So when he said bringing new consumers, who is he talking about?
Us.
He's talking about black people, right?
Black people.
He's talking about Jay-Z's bring what? Black people drink champagne?
Right.
What? He's bringing all of these new people to the market, and we say 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. We want to be down with Jay-Z.
Yes, and all those black dollars.
Vaza, veve, vuvu, zivi.
Very disruptive way of marketing, of bringing the product across.
He said he doing things no one is doing in this market.
And that brand became a huge success, and we have been observing it for the last few years.
They were stalking his page.
Absolutely.
They were stalking.
Every chance they could get.
They were stalking.
And so, when thanks to the relationship between Alexandre Arnaud and
Solange was like, B, I think he got some other girl following around. No, it's not. This is the luxury brand stalking us because it's big business we doing. She's like, oh.
That's Beyonce's muscle. Don't do that. That's right.
I was invited to these discussions. I mean, it was very exciting to us to enter this world, partner, and what we felt we could bring to the brand, which is already very successful, is the sheer power of our international distribution network, which really can, ranging from Asia to Europe and North America and Latin America and Africa, can really bring that brand further up from its current place where it's already very, very successful to even higher levels in the future.
So that is big. He's absolutely right. The distribution network that they can bring, they can get them in some stores and just in front of folks that, they may have not gotten in front of before. Right. So I also want to play the part where Jay-Z is very skilled in media relations. Don't let his demeanor fool you. So he's on CNBC talking about this, and she asked a very interesting question.
Would drink it. And then the head of Cristal, the company that makes Cristal, made some ridiculous comments back in 2006, and you boycotted. Talk a little bit about that, just coming from that insulting comments to be able to build this brand over the span of such a short period of time.
Yeah, we were just kids celebrating being alive. There were reports that, kids from our neighborhood wouldn't make it past 21. So, we were celebrating being alive. We were exploring all luxury products, and we happened upon a brand called Cristal. And, we popularized this brand within our community. And then there was those comments in The Economist. I think anyone else could look them up and see what they were. We were happy being consumers of this brand. And, as the universe would have it, an opportunity came right shortly thereafter. And it was just perfect to, build our own thing. The same way, we built Rock Nation. The idea of it was we wanted a record deal. It wasn't this plan to build this this big media company. It was we actually wanted a deal. I wanted a record deal. And when we couldn't get one, we built our own. Similar to, those comments forced us to build our own thing. And yes, today it feels very, I feel, it's a happy day, and feel very vindicated from that time. Yes.
Yeah. So I thought he handled that well. He did not get down in the dirt.
He didn't. He handled that very well.
Yeah. Yeah. That was very controversial things.
He spent it well.
And he spent it well. And when you talk about a luxury brand, this is a high-end brand, over $125 per glass.
Some gold specks in the glass, like
yeah.
real gold.
Yeah.
Is that what's happening?
I mean,
a glass and a bottle.
It is. It's a luxury. It's a luxury brand. So if you are budget minded, you can consider the less expensive. How do you say that? What? How you say that?
Pinot
Chardonnay blend, and that is just a mere $359 per bottle. So
did you say mere?
Just a mere. Just
what's the price again?
$359. You know what I mean? Whatever. Just whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? Wow. You got it.
Isn't it? I haven't seen a picture of it. So
the bottles are very nice. It is.
Okay.
It is.
So typically,
official.
A bottle of wine has 4 glasses of. You get 4 glasses out of 4 servings. Out of a bottle of wine, and of course they're not full. They're the, proper sized servings.
Mm-hmm.
4 and 329. I'm just trying to figure out the math on that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder what the alcohol content is in that. It better be high. But $329 a
59. You trying to cut them short? It's 59. $359.
$359 a bottle. I hope it gets you where you need to be once you finish that bottle.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well,
Wow.
It's out there if you want it. If you are in the mindset of luxury, then Ace of Spades is something that I definitely will recommend. Diamond K in the morning on the all new Radio on Fire. Glad to be here as always. 8 a.m. new episodes of the program drop. You can get it wherever you get your podcast, Apple Music, Apple Podcast, Spotify, etc. RadioonFire.com, of course, all episodes of the program, and we have an exciting and an ever expanding lineup of original programs. RadioonFire.com is where you go for that, as well as news and information. Diamond K in the morning is also available for audio consumption on the WRF radio app. You can download that in all of your app stores. Also, you can scroll your timeline, attend a Zoom meeting on mute, or do some online shopping and listen to Diamond K in the morning. So here's my question though, Nikki, you can answer this. 2 washcloths, right?
Yes.
Some women use 2 washcloths, and I almost got my head chewed off one time by a woman who said I moved her washcloths or confused her washcloths, and I didn't understand what was going on. And so explain to me, well, do you use 2 washcloths first?
Yes.
Okay.
I use 2 washcloths.
You use 2 washcloths.
Absolutely.
Explain this concept to me.
Okay, so you have one for your face.
Okay.
And like your arms and your legs and your body parts. Okay. So then
so this is for your arms, your face.
Your arms, your face, your legs,
under your arms.
Your feet. Yes, under
and
your
arms.
Feet. Okay. Everywhere.
Okay.
Everywhere is not the good parts.
Okay.
So then you have a washcloth. Well, I have a washcloth for my vajayjay.
Okay. So it's only for there. It's not for
any place else.
like, what about your butt cheeks?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay.
So my JJ and my butt cheeks. My butt,
Okay.
my butt, as you my butt cheeks.
Oh.
Funny. Yes.
So okay, so let's explain this to me now.
Mhm.
How did you know to do this?
Well, it came as I got older. I just felt it was something weird about actually using the same washcloth to wash my outer, I call them my outer parts and my inner parts, right? Because your outer parts are exposed to the elements. And so they tend to be, in my head, this is my thinking, I feel like they tend to be dirtier than my inner parts. So I just didn't want to mix like outside dirt, bring the outside dirt inside. I lack of a better way to say that. Yeah. So in order to keep the two separate, I use two washcloths. And you're well, for me, I'm more sensitive in those areas. I also use different soap. So I don't use the same soap or washcloth on the rest of my body that I use for my vajayjay.
And what color are those?
The washcloth for my vajayjay and butt cheeks, as you call it, is usually white.
And the other?
And then the other one can be any color.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's interesting. That's interesting. So so this is something that's common with adult women to do?
You know, it's odd because I have now you're gonna make me go and poll the women that I know.
Yeah, because we're gonna. This is
that's a thing.
This is the question of the day.
Okay.
Today, I want to know: do women use two washcloths?
Yeah, well,
for
that's a that is a good question. So I mean,
did you grow up doing this?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
So I would say I probably didn't start doing that until I got to probably to college, I would think.
So you were already having your cycle.
Yes.
And using one washcloth.
Right.
And you did not die. It did not kill you. Did you have any adverse reactions? And
no, I didn't. You know.
Do you have sensitive skin?
Not outer skin, no.
Okay, you have sensitive inner skin. Your inner skin is sensitive.
Very sensitive. My lady parts are very sensitive.
I got you.
So yeah, but you know, I've always been taught, you know, my mom has always taught me, of course, excellent hygiene. So it was always, you know, before you move to your next parts, you clean that washcloth really good, and you know what I mean. And so no, there was never an issue. Like I said, as you get older and you start having sex, things change. So yeah, that definitely made me think about cleanliness and how I clean myself differently. Yep.
Yeah. So it's very interesting. So we definitely put that out there for our social media folks. Women, do you use two washcloths? And if so, why? You know, I'm anxious to hear about that. Also, I did not touch on it prior, so I definitely wanted to say rest in peace to one part of the Fat Boys, Prince Marky D, passing away recently. Do you remember the Fat Boys?
I do. I like the Fat Boys.
You like the Fat Boys? They were a crossover group. I think that they were a legendary hip hop trio.
Yeah.
And they were from Brooklyn. And you know, in the early days of hip hop, they were a very fun group. They were initially known as the Disco 3. A lot of people didn't know that. Yeah, they were called the Disco 3.
I like the Fat Boys.
And then they turned to the Fat Boys.
What happened if they got super skinny though? They still would have been called the Fat Boys. You know, like
well, I mean,
Prince
Marky D had lost a lot of weight at one point in time. Yeah, so they had Buff, who was a human beatbox. He's passed away, and he passed away, and like 95. And so it was just Prince Marky D and Cool Rock Ski. So Cool Rock Ski is the last surviving member of the Fat Boys. And definitely rest in peace to Prince Marky D, who was 52 years old, passed away the day before his birthday last week. So I definitely wanted to I really loved that group.
Yeah, they were good. They were like wholesome, like you said, fun. And,
yeah.
they
Disorderlies.
were
Did you ever see the movie Disorderlies?
I did.
It used to come on all the time. And so they were like a what do you call like a Three Stooges kind of thing with and they did a slapstick and they did crossover records.
Very lighthearted.
Very lighthearted. Can you feel it? All You Can Eat, Jailhouse Rap, Wipeout. I loved Wipeout.
Oh yeah,
with the Beach Boys. Yeah. It was just. I mean, it was just they were a fun group. And if you didn't grow up listening to the Fat Boys, just take this opportunity to check out some of their songs on Spotify and iTunes, Tidal, wherever you get your music, and just check them out. I think you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. But definitely, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. We will be back tomorrow with more of the program. A lot of things to get into. A lot of things I did not even get a chance to get into today. I'm going to get into some of the things tomorrow. I am glad that the judge has refused to order questioning of Dr. Dre's alleged mistresses. What? Nicole Young, yeah, she was trying to bring in. So she's like, he messing with these hoes, and I want to have them questioned and deposition. And he's like, girl, come on now, just stop.
So she wanted to turn it into a straight circus.
Yeah, that's why she don't really deserve nothing. She don't really deserve.
I wouldn't
nothing.
say that. Don't do.
Yeah, I don't think she deserves.
I disagree. I wouldn't say that.
You think she deserves a lot?
She deserves. I'm not saying a lot, but she deserves her fair share of time served.
Okay.
She deserves something.
Okay. Well, he's been seen around town with April. I mean, he don't.
April. Who? April. What April?
What do you mean? What April? Love and Hip Hop April. Right?
What? That sounds ridiculous.
No,
you know that, right?
It sounds ridiculous.
That sounds ridiculous.
But they've been creeping in and out of restaurants in California. It looks crazy. Yes. Isn't that April Jones?
April Jones is just
who's baby?
She's trying
who
to
she have a baby with? I'm trying to remember.
Omarion?
Yeah.
And then she was with Fizz.
Yeah. So I guess
fizzled out.
I guess is she going to be with one of Dr. Dre's, right? She gonna be with Eminem or Snoop next?
She might be.
MC Ren. Where's MC Ren at?
No shade. She was with Fizz, so I don't know how.
Yeah, well, look, she's upgraded.
Her pickings are.
She's upgraded. Okay.
Oh, definitely.
She dated somebody named Fizz. She's upgraded. Okay. Here's the thing about Dr. Dre, dog. I got to say, allegedly, she got to watch out for the right hook. Okay. She got to watch out for the right hook. Now, I don't know about Omarion and Fizz, but Dr. Dre works out. You know what I mean?
Well, if April upgraded, did Dr. Dre, what do you think about her? You think he downgraded? Like, what do you think? Did he come up?
I think she's a better selection than Nicole Young. I remember when he married her. I was just like, where did she come from? What? Who is this? You know what I mean? Just I don't know.
I mean, how long were they married?
They got married in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He got married in the 90s, but he was going through a lot at that time. Suge Knight had taken all of the record company from him. Tupac was talking bad about him, so he left.
Said that she doesn't deserve anything, and she
no. I didn't. She deserves something, right?
Okay,
but let's be clear.
She said she don't deserve nothing.
She doesn't deserve what she's asking for. Okay, he made her a nice offer. She did not take it. Let's understand and be clear. He was already Dr. Dre when she got there.
But he could be Dr. Dre. You just said did he have any money? You didn't have a name with no money.
He Okay, so he left. First of all, he's a brand, so he can easily go out and make some beats, flip some things. Yes. Now he walked away from Death Row because he didn't like the way it was being run. Tupac, Suge, they were all antagonizing him. He went and started Aftermath and immediately had success and started moving things. Got Eminem, did the Chronic 2001, 50 Cent, like all those things. Yes, he was fine. Beats by Dre. All of these things came during the marriage. But let's be clear, she wasn't involved in these things.
How did you? Okay.
She don't make no beats.
She may not make any beats.
Oh no, ain't no May. There's no May.
Okay.
She does not make any
Okay.
beats.
What I'm saying is that doesn't mean she wasn't instrumental as in any type of way. You
Yeah.
don't know that?
But she deserves something. They have kids together that are grown. So luckily she can't get child support because the kid's grown.
She deserves.
She deserves some spice. You know, yeah, absolutely.
She should not.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Yeah, but she doesn't deserve half his money because they do have a prenup.
Oh,
which she tries to say. He said he loved me and he wasn't going to use the prenup. Come on now, really? That's what we doing? That's what we doing? That's your girl.
I don't know her.
That's your namesake.
No, don't do that. I don't even really know of her.
Yeah, we don't like. She has no talent. Nobody knows of her.
Oh
her family like who's this at the family reunion? Who's that? Who's that over there in the corner?
You wrong for that.
Diamond Kate awarded. I will be back. Thank you so much, Nikki. Thanks, folks on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok at the Diamond K Show at Radio on Fire. Do you want to shout out your social media? Okay, all right.
You can reach me at Nikki S617 on Instagram.
Okay, all right. That's what's up. All right. See y'all.